Hey guys, welcome back to the Conservative Core, where our goal is to shine a light on the ridiculousness of the left. And it feels like we're seeing something entirely different from the usual script. For years, Democrats have always been hyper-confident and united, especially around nomination time. No matter what happened in the past, they were able to move forward as one. But now, there's division and infighting. I mean, just take a look back at 2020.
Hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing.
And then Kamala became his running mate, and it was like none of this ever happened. But this time it feels different. Division and chaos are rampant as we head into the next election. Let me show you what's going on. Let's break it all down. So, like we said earlier, what we would usually see is the progressive elites coming in and making sure everyone stays in line. They would come in and put their foot down, making sure everyone jumps back on the train. Most would have just taken the loss and gone with the flow. But that's not what's happening at all this time. The Young Turks are the newest team that refuses to cave in. They're sticking to what they believe in. And today it's all centered around one of the biggest names in the Democratic Party, AOC. Let's run the clip.
You ready for some breaking news that will surely disappoint you?
Of course.
So Ryan Noble's reporting on X. Representative AOC tells us she spoke with President Biden over the weekend, and it's time to end the speculation over his future. Quote, Joe Biden is our nominee. He is not leaving this race. He is in this race and I support him. There's more. Now, what I think is critically important right now is that we focus on what it takes to win in November because he is running against Donald Trump.
Everybody would be running against Donald Trump. They make it seem like Joe Biden is the only one who gets to run against Donald Trump. You know, a generic Democrat that will start with 10 points higher lead is also running against Trump, except would be 10 points higher. So look, progressives are sticking with Biden more than establishment Democrats are. It doesn't matter, you'll get blamed anyway at the end of the election.
But why? Why are they doing it?
Because I think that they don't know strategy at all. They're just flummoxed by strategy. If you tell AOC strategies, you'll be like, oh, how dare you, okay? So I look, she doesn't, first of all, she should have never given him the endorsement in the first place. She should have used it as leverage to get something, anything. How about something as simple as paid family leave that pulls at 84%? At least have him pressure Schumer to introduce it in the Senate. These are layups, but they hate using their leverage.
Now, most of us are not surprised by this. AOC is doubling down on supporting Biden despite everything going on. This endorsement only highlights the disconnect between progressive Democrats and the reality that many Americans face. And what else did the Young Turks have to say?
80% of the country thinks he's not mentally healthy enough to be president. I mean, what kind of a moron would favor a guy that 80% of the country says his brain's not working? No, you can't, nobody can be that stupid. No, AOC and Hakeem Jeffries are not stupid. They're just cowards. And they just bow their heads to leadership. And they don't care about this country. They don't care about losing to Donald Trump.
AOC and Hakeem Jeffries' unwavering support for Biden, despite widespread concerns about his cognitive abilities, demonstrates a troubling trend within the Democratic Party. Instead of addressing these legitimate issues, they choose to bow to the existing leadership, ignoring the potential risks to our country's future. And lastly, this is what they had to say about it all.
The thing that keeps coming up is how betrayed voters feel, and to have, honestly, a progressive of all people come in and run interference for Biden is so incredibly disappointing. And by the way, this comes on the same day that the New York Times put out a report regarding a Parkinson's expert that visited Joe Biden 8 separate times within 8 months.
And now to turn around and instead of fighting the establishment, which was the whole point of Justice Democrats, which was the whole point of running against Joe Crowley, who was the #4 Democrat in the House. Instead of fighting the establishment, now you become a cog in the machine of the establishment,
Bingo.
Helping them tell preposterous lies in order to hold on to power. That is super disappointing.
Now, I have to say, I'm a bit surprised that the Young Turks are shocked by AOC shilling for Biden. I mean, there is nothing really new here. She's been one of his top campaign spokespeople for years, and recently she's been defending Hunter Biden during his felony gun charge case. But the real shocker here is that the progressive base is saying no, they're not going along with AOC this time. AOC was recruited to appeal to young, skeptical, and progressive-minded voters. Progressives are battling with the truth. Are their representatives going to take a stand or fall in line like everyone else? The trust in the relationship between progressives and their representatives is deteriorating. Now, what do the numbers say regarding all of this? Well, there have been new polling numbers that just dropped, and well, the results speak for themselves. First, I want to share with you some insane numbers that have just come out, and it is Biden's job approval among people aged 18 through 29. They are the following: 27% approve of his job, and a staggering 71% disapprove. Overall, only 32% approve and 66% disapprove. But this is the big one. The latest polling data from key swing states such as Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada, Georgia, and Arizona shows Trump leading Biden by substantial margins. Pennsylvania shows Trump at 48% and Biden at 43%, which gives Trump a +5 lead. Wisconsin has Trump at 47% and Biden at 44%, resulting in a +3 advantage for Trump. Michigan indicates Trump at 45% and Biden at 44%, giving Trump a +1 margin. Nevada shows Trump at 47% and Biden at 41%, resulting in a +6 lead for Trump. Georgia has Trump leading with 47% and Biden at 42%, which gives Trump a +5 margin. Arizona shows Trump at 46% and Biden at 42%, giving Trump a +4 lead. These numbers reveal a remarkable turnaround for Trump, especially considering that he narrowly lost most of these states in 2020 by less than 1%. This shift towards Trump by +5 or more in several states underscores a significant movement in voter sentiment since the last election. It's crucial to note that polls historically tend to underestimate Trump's support, as was evident in the 2016 and 2020 elections. The fact that Trump is now leading by such margins in these critical battlegrounds suggests that his base remains strong, and that he continues to resonate with a significant portion of the electorate. For Democrats, these polling results indicate a challenging path ahead in their efforts to retain these states and secure victory in the next presidential election. It seems like they're losing states to get to the 270 by the hour. As the election cycle progresses, these swing states will undoubtedly be closely watched, as they could ultimately determine the outcome of the 2024 presidential election. But the Democrats are in trouble if this continues. And the Democrats are completely lost. I mean, look at these hypothetical election polls. The latest Emerson polling data shows hypothetical Trump victories with margins of +6 against Kamala Harris and Bernie Sanders, +8 against Gavin Newsom, +5 against Al Gore, +7 against Hillary Clinton, +10 against Elizabeth Warren and Pete Buttigieg, +8 against Josh Shapiro, and +10 against Gretchen Whitmer. We are in uncharted territory the Democrats are not used, and they have no idea how to act. But now we have reports that the Biden campaign is testing VP Kamala Harris' odds against Trump in the election, according to the New York Times. The development is believed to be the first time since the debate that Biden aides have looked into Harris' chances against Trump. So, what do you think? Who is going to be the Democrats' nominee for the election in November? Let me know in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video for more conservative news daily. See you in the next one.